back to my channel. I just woke up and you can literally tell my face is full of Vaseline. But anyway, so I wanted to make this video. Y'all are gonna kind of like spend the day with me, but I wanted to make this video to kind of like touch on, like, it's the holidays, right? Regardless of what you celebrate. And I feel like a lot of people have to be around people or feel obligated to be around like family and certain people, and I'm gonna be honest, sometimes that is literally not the move. Like, I don't like how as a society we've sort of put this pressure on ourselves and on each other during a time that should be joyful and restful according to what you need and how you feel. You instead feel like you have to overcompensate for other people, and then not just that, but for people you don't even like, and that the other 365 days of the year you have no relationship with, because not everybody is good for you regardless. So we're gonna get into it, because my whole thing is like, why would you, it's like being in a bad relationship. Like, if a relationship doesn't work out, like a romantic one, you're not gonna stay in that relationship. So why would you keep entering spaces that don't serve your highest good, that don't make you feel good? We're gonna get into it, because I've been dealing with some stuff regarding it as well, and pressure, and we're gonna get into very specific, very touchy things regarding this. And like, I don't know, maybe y'all could find like peace or something in this, because it's something that I've been like going back and forth with, struggling with mentally, and it's really unfair, especially for me. When you get into all the details of everything, like, there's a lot of positive with my interpersonal relationships and family. There's a lot of negative where it's like, anybody will be like, okay, you need to just do what you want and be happy. And then when you notice the pattern of they only do it to you, or they only try it to you, or people that seem sweet or vulnerable, that's when it's like, yeah, you need to like do what you want for yourself and cancel people out regardless. Doesn't matter who they are. Like, it's okay to cancel anybody in any environment. Like, so we're gonna talk, we're gonna have a little coaching session, and I think I'm gonna coach myself too, and just be like, look, you don't have to be around motherfuckers you don't like. Excuse my language. And I think that's gonna be the title of this video. You don't have to be around people you don't like. It's a holiday, it's a cultural tradition. You make your own traditions, you make your own rules. It's still your life. Unless it's people that you regularly do things with, share things with, they pour into you, you pour into them. Why would you randomly, especially if you're on a healing journey, why would you randomly like swerve and say, oh, let me like swerve real quick and go put on a face for these people that talk about me the rest of the year, or these people that are depressed or have all these issues and refuse to change, these people that I do not like or vibe with, because that's okay too. Like, this is tea, you know? So, oh girl, I'm just looking at my face. I'm like, oh Lord. Okay, so we are back. It's several days later. It's like a few days later. So much freaking happened yesterday. Me and my 5 head want to tell you about it. So like, yesterday a lot happened, and got some Christmas shopping done, which was actually really fun. And I was supposed to be going to a friend's like little Christmas movie night. Then something happened, and basically like I was in full preparation mode to go to this thing, because when I like plan to go to a friend's, or a friend is doing something, like, it becomes my whole day. I'm like, okay, cool, gotta make sure. I also have issues with like time management and timeliness and anxiety, and it just be a lot of stuff that it's like, if you don't get a handle on it, it can negatively impact your day and your interpersonal relationships. So just as also I broke a nail, so I guess today we're gonna go fix that. Of course, it's the middle finger. But no, like, it was just this whole ordeal, and I don't want to say specifically what, but some things happened and it was canceled, and I just felt really bad. And I kind of talked about being in spaces yesterday, being around people who don't pour into you. So when this person told me they were having this event, I thought about them. I thought about a lot of the stuff that they're going through and the things that they share with me, and I knew, I was like, sometimes I wonder, how can I be a better friend? How can I step up for them? Because I see all that you're going through and how you keep trying to pour into other people and do all these things, but who is pouring into you? And then I look at myself and I'm like, I too am coming from a place of having constant internalized guilt, constantly being the one who's always trying to do things for other people and have events and do these things, and people don't show up, they cancel. Like, that was my normal for several years until I cut everybody off. I have like 2 friends now. And so it just sort of like put me in this weird state of like, number one, I don't ever want to make anybody else's disappointment how they feel about me. I hate when someone does something to upset you or you're disappointed and all they try to do is excuse themselves or say, well, like, I wouldn't do that, but my heart is good. And like, it's this very natural human thing, but I think the tendency honestly needs to be, your feelings are valid, I respect how you feel, what do you need from me, I'll listen. You don't need to constantly say or push like, oh, look, I was trying. No, like, but then also at the same time, make sure you're doing things because you want to do them and not because you feel guilty. That one can be interesting, and that's why a lot of friendships end, because we try to people please and we feel drained as fuck until it gets to a point where it's like, you know what, I can't take this shit anymore, because we're not communicating our needs properly, or that person is just a fucking leech. So, coming full circle, because I don't want to get too into detail about that, because like, it's just not something that needs to, be talked more about, but that's something that I could do a whole video on, like internalized guilt in interpersonal relationships, and listening to that little voice that's telling you like, you might want to do this for that person, but what do you actually want? There's a book that I'm reading that talks about love and talks about being selfish, not selfless, selfish, and that true love only comes from selfishness. I might plug the name of the book, but it goes so into detail about it in a way that I never thought about. So yeah, continuing on. So I talked about, so it's the holidays, right? So it's the holidays, and a lot of people are dealing with depression, they're dealing with loss, they're dealing with anxiety. Some people are excited, are happy, or have 30 family members in their beautiful homes and baking cookies and watching movies every night and getting toasted and all these great things. But then there's other people, this is a very hard time. For people who have not felt support, who have very messy, toxic families, but have been people pleasing and almost have this fear of FOMO, of just internalized guilt, where it's like, for my mental peace, I would like to do this for this holiday, but I feel pressure to go be around these people that I know that when I get around them, I'm gonna feel like shit, but I need to do it anyway. This video is to tell you stop doing that, and to tell myself you don't have to do that. And for anybody out there who I know, who has dared to open their lips to say, oh, you need to do this for, I'm not the one, and you shouldn't be the one either. I want to break the cycle or the chain of like people doing things that they don't want to do because somebody else wants them to do it. Half the time it's people who, something really happened and you needed them, they're not going to be there for you. They'll probably talk about you and some kind of way try to blame you for it. So this is an empowerment video to basically let you know that I want you to honor whatever it is that you need to do for yourself during this holiday season. If that's sitting by yourself cozy with a cup of tea reading a book, do it. If it's traveling somewhere with whoever the hell you want that makes you happy, do it. If it's being happy, do it. If it's being in a house full of people, make sure you're not putting yourself in an environment for those motherfuckers.
Make sure you're in that environment with those people because you want to be. And some people say, well, you know, it's time for the family. If your family sucks, why would you take a time of rest and abundance to go be around them? Why do we do this? Why? Stop doing it. It ends now. Leave that shit in this year. Yes, I'm cursing because it needs to be said. Like, if you're not feeling poured into, loved, happy, if you go around these motherfuckers and they make you feel anxious, they asking about your weight, they make asking this, they judging you, they making little remarks, they putting evil eye. Don't be around them people. That ain't your family. So, this might just be my angriest post of the year, but it's just clarity. And for somebody out there and for myself, because it's something that I've dealt with for a long time, of feeling guilty for, I don't like that vibe, but it's no hate to it. I send all my love and energy. I love y'all. Have fun. Do what you're doing. This is me. This is what I'm on. This is my shit. You like grape juice? I like fucking fruit juice. Fruit punch. Fruit punch. I don't like grape. Grape made me break out in hives. So why are you gonna try to make me drink grape juice because you like grape juice? You feel me? So whatever it is that you need to do, and if you don't know, get a journal out and write, pray, meditate, take a walk, punch a wall. But punch a wall in a way that works for you. I want you to like, and I want me to like, when you start feeling that anxiety of people that you don't like and people that are not best for you, putting pressure on you to do something with your time and energy. Your time is currency. Your time is currency. Your time is money. I want you to be mean today. Because I feel like a lot of us nice people, and I don't want to sound like them people who really be crazy, but they're like, I'm a nice person. No, like genuinely the people who are so empathetic and have been people pleasers their whole life, it feels scary to tell people no, because then they try to threaten you. Some of them try to like make you feel better, do things. Let them people be mad. They don't exist. They're not like, that's the other thing I say too. When somebody doesn't vibe or flow with your best interest and isn't pouring into you, they're not real. They don't exist. Stop giving them energy. Stop giving them attention. Stop giving them attention and pour into yourself and lean into the things that make you happy. Also, don't go down the route of self-destruction. Sometimes we can be such avid people pleasers that when we finally snap out of it, we're so angry that we burn everything down. You're gonna have your moment of wanting to burn everything down. Trust me. You're gonna wanna go back to every single person who abused you, who talked about you, who ridiculed you, who said some stupid shit, and burn them down. And you're capable of doing it. Because see, the quiet ones, the empathic ones, the people that do that, they know that if you realize who you are and your power, you can literally destroy them energetically. Just, they know that. And a lot of these people is hurt. Don't go be around them hurt people. Let them figure out what they're doing on their own. Your energy is valuable. It's currency. Piss somebody off today. Make somebody mad this holiday season and tell them no. Give them no explanation and say, I'm not doing it. Say to yourself, say, I'm not doing that. Block people if you need to. It doesn't matter. My whole thing right now with this video, with everything, is peace. And you deserve peace. I deserve peace and happiness. And I deserve to be around who I want to be around. So don't feel the need to like explain or apologize. And if you're one of those people who is brainwashed and feels like, well, even if they was that's still my family. Yeah, I don't have anything. This video is not for you. Set boundaries with people. That's the other thing I want to say. Set boundaries. Your boundaries are going to feel scary at first. They're not always going to feel good. Sometimes we need things to help us. Sometimes we need to have a better prayer schedule. Sometimes we need medication. Sometimes we need therapy. And sometimes we just need a change of scenery and to cut people off. Like, just try it. Like, you'll never know if you don't try it. So, yeah. I've dealt with a lot of guilt from my parents. A lot of internalized hate because I felt like I've had to portray and do things for people that I probably don't even like. but was made to be around. And just looking at it, it's like, I don't even like being around y'all. Y'all are not, this is my thing. You know how when you're in a bad relationship and y'all don't have chemistry and y'all don't flow, you're supposed to end that shit. Or if you have a friend that you know, or like, you have to learn why I don't even like y'all. And it's not deeper than that. It's not like something where I'm trying to be better than somebody, or no, like, you're just not my vibe. You're not my flow. You're not my energy. You don't bring out the best in me. The people who want to restrict you and keep you small, why would you even want to, like, be around it? Like, maybe it works for some people. Like, you got people you vibe with, go bother them and talk to them. Y'all vibe with each other. But if I'm, like, setting boundaries and I'm like, I'm good, don't keep asking me. I don't care. Like, and the thing is, too, is that in a lot of these situations, it doesn't have to be like that, but genuinely, this is for if you're on the other side of it, you don't have to be around people you don't like. But I want to also change the verbiage. Saying that you don't like somebody, especially when you're related to him, is heavy. That's a lot of energy. You have no, there should almost be, like, just nothing. Does that make sense? Like, if you are among diamonds and gold, you're not about to worry about the dirt. Yeah, dirt is there. I know it exists, but or you're not gonna be worried about, like, I don't know, whatever. Like, hopefully this reaches somebody, because I know somebody out there is, like, stressing right now, and it's just like, oh my God, I have to go around my family. Maybe you gained weight recently. Maybe you lost weight. Maybe, and they just, all these projections and, like, weird things. I've had people say stuff, and, like, lately I shut it down, but then I had to start questioning myself, like, why do I even go around y'all? And it's not a hate thing, it's not a love thing, it's just a blank, like, oh yeah, I forgot that just in general, nobody has to deal with people. You don't have to do things you don't like. It's like if you try a food and you don't like it, why would you keep eating it? Imagine going through stuff, going through a healing process, and calling out to certain people. You know what I'm saying? I need help, I need help, I need help. And you get, like, criticized and victim blamed. And then when you get out of that and you start glowing up, then they want to be around. Why would I don't like you. Like, why would I want to be? But that's the thing about it. That's not for us to figure out. There's some serious, a lot of people got some serious psychological issues and trauma that they will never heal. I hate saying that out loud because I don't want to believe that that's true. That makes me sad. But a lot of people got fucking mental problems. They got problems. And when you lean into that, you get empathy and you move the fuck on. That is what I'm saying to you today. If there's anybody putting pressure on you, get some empathy for that person and then move the fuck on. And watch how God and the universe, or whatever you believe in, blesses you when you feel empathetic to the shit that's not for you, and then you move on. Give some empathy. And I think that's the solution, and I just realized that for myself too. It's gonna piss you off still, because empathy can also be fucking exhausting, because it's like, all right, I feel bad for you, bitch, but there's all this beauty in the world. I don't want to keep thinking about you. So, yes, I hope y'all enjoyed this vlog. I just went off for a very long time. But I want you to stop caring about people's feelings who don't give a shit about you. And even the people who do give a shit about you. You need to release some guilt and have empathy for people. And that's that. And don't let nobody drain you, because you're beautiful and you're a star and you're sensational and you're gorgeous. So yes, I hope y'all have a happy holidays, and yeah, I'll talk to y'all later. Love you guys. I look like Sideshow Bob, but I love it. It's giving. All right, love y'all.